What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video on learning MySQL. My name is QDS Dani and you guys are watching my channel Coraiwood. Alright, so in this video we're going to see how we're going to create a database. Say for example through the GUI. If you're going to come here and say when you see new, we're going to press new and you're going to see it here, create your database. And if you look in here, documentation, if you want to go and just need to create your database. Say for example we put a first, for example first DB, and we put a GUI. It means that graphical user interface. For example, you can put a first DB, or you can put any name you guys like. So here first DB, even though we put it uppercase, and you look in here, the MySQL don't want this one uppercase. The MySQL automatically converted this one to lowercase. So the MySQL, they don't like anything uppercase. Whatever you guys do uppercase is going to convert it to lowercase. So that's our first DB, because that's first DB sitting here, but we created this first DB through here, through this one, not through our command line. So how we going to create the database through our command line? And I'm going to show you guys very easy, and once you guys learn it, you guys going to love it. So even you put a MySQL -u, we're going to put a root -p or -p, and we don't have a password. We're going to come here and we say create. We put a create database. So we put a database. Keep in mind you can put a lowercase as well with the MySQL, and I'm going to show you now with the uppercase and lowercase. So we're going to create database. Say for example our database is going to be Yazdani, for example. Our you can put a Corayo, for example. We have a Corayo DP, we have first DP, we have a Salon, we have say, for example, we can put a test, or you can put anything you guys like. Say for example create database, we put a Corayo wood, for example. We put a Corayo wood. So once we create Corayo wood and query OK, and you look in here, query affected, and once you're gonna come here and see there is a small ones here, a Corayo wood is created here. So this, now we created this one through our command line, query OK. Keep in mind I'm here still in the MySQL because I have signed in. So this is regardless of you guys create through GUI or command line, you guys created this one, but this one is a lot quicker and a lot faster. Alright, so as I said that you guys can use the lowercase, so I'm gonna put a lowercase. I'm gonna put a create, and we put a database. Say we put a test one, and you look in here, the test one is already created. So I'm gonna refresh, and look in here, I have test one. So the convention is that we create the uppercase because this one is a lot easier to read. It's code readability for other people to come. For example, they're gonna come here now, no one can distinguish which one is command and which one is database. So you guys, it's recommended for you guys strongly to use uppercase for all your statements. So now we gonna come, for example, if I want to use this database, I click on it, for example. So but in online, in here, how I'm going to click this one on the database, because first of all it's not a GUI, secondly I can't click on the database. To do that, you guys need to put a use. So we put a use, we put a Corayo wood, just put the name of the database, just put a Corayo wood. You can put any name you guys like. So just put the use, and look in here, the database is changed. Now we can use this database. Now we are in writing mode. Whatever you guys want to put inside the database, you just put a use, just put the name of the database. So how about if I want to create another Corayo wood? For example, if I come by mistake, and if I want to come here, Corayo wood, say for example create database. So I'm going to put a create, I'm going to put a database, and put a Corayo wood, for example. Same name, as before, and it says error 1007 hy000 can create a database query word database exists. It means this database already here, so I can't create a duplicate of this this database. So in order to avoid that, we can put a create database if not exist. Very easy to remember, very plain English. So we put a create database if not exist. So we put a create, and we put a database if not exists. And what's the database? For example, we put a Corayo. Good. Okay, now we are telling effectively to the MySQL that create a database for us if this database does not exist. And if you press enter, one row is affected, one warning. So but you don't see anything here, but you don't see the second one. We still have a Corayo wood, we still have the things, because now the when we issue this command, MySQL is going to try to create a database, but if it says if not exists, if it exists, it means don't make it. But we don't see any error, we don't see anything, because query okay, because MySQL says that's fine. I'm going to check if there is, but I'm not going to create anything. So this is the safe part. If you gonna do this way, this is a lot cooler, and you guys don't see the scary error messages like this. So how about if you're gonna create, say for example, we're gonna come in and put a create, we put a database, and we make a mistake. For example, we put a Corayo, say for example we put a Yazdani, or we put a test, or if you put a Corayo, and we put some sort of say for example this guy is here, and just put a double and put a, say for example this guy here, and we put a wood. And now MySQL thinks that I'm issuing some sort of command here, because I'm using this one. So you stay away from this guy is here inside your names. So once you guys come here and you guys confuse the MySQL, just put a Control C, and you're gonna get out. It means it's cancel. I don't want to go ahead with this one, because it doesn't make sense to say for example Corayo. If I put this one, this guy is here, and if I put a wood, or you can come here and put a Corayo for example, and we put a wood for example. You put this way as well, we're going to see, and it says you have an error in your SQL syntax, because the MySQL is going to look this semicolon. It means that's the end of the line. It means it's going to detect this one. It says that I'm going to go to create this one, there is an error here. Alright, so now we're gonna see all our databases here. Say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How we gonna see all our databases? Because from top to bottom there is a database. We can create as many databases as we like. We're gonna come here, or say there's gonna be instances that you wanna have a quick look for your databases. How we gonna do that? So we're gonna come here and through our command line, and we're gonna put show databases. So we're gonna put a show, we put a data bases, and you can look at here that that's all our databases. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you look in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's 9 information schema, performance schema. So there's total nine rows in set, which means that in our set, in this one, we have 9 rows. So what if you want to find just databases with COR? So for example, we can put a show databases, we put a like, and put a single quote here. So we put a COR and put an ampersand sign here, and close this one. Now we're gonna see here Corayo, and you're gonna see here Corayo, because we want to see the databases just by say for the COR. our, say for example, if you want to see SA or S, whatever you want to do S, you can put it this way. So you can put a come here and you put a S here. Okay, so now you can see that we have a salon and we have a sys, because that starts from sys. So if you want to see all the databases, you can put this one. If you want to put only the database, say for example that starts with the name, you can put this one. Alright, so the last but not least, we're going to show you how we're going to delete your database. Say for example we have a test1, and if you want to delete that one, just type drop, and we're going to put a database, and we put the name of the database. That's, in our case, that's the test1. And when we're going to come in, we're going to see the test1 is gone. So we're going to see that's the test1's gone. That's how you're going to delete your database. And if you want to create, you just put a create database, and we're going to come all the way create database. If not exist, say we put a test1. Now we can create it back to test1, and our database created. So we can put a test2, and our database created for the test1 and test2. So you can hear the both the database created. So that's how the operations we can do in our MySQL with our command CLI. And the next video we're going to show you, I'm going to show you how we're going to create the tables inside our database. Now we know how we're going to create our database, how we're going to select our database, how we're going to manipulate our database, how we're going to delete our database, how we're going to do other operations on the database. Alright, so in the next video we're going to show you guys how we're going to create the tables inside the database. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, Crywood. If you have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.